Hey, let's go ahead and get started with the reading for you guys. Another message from your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Here we have a woman who has a lot on her mind. She's thinking about all the creative ventures. She's got a blank canvas, she's got paint, she's got uh, a feather, she's got, all kinds of stuff going on in her mind about creativity. Does she want to do pottery? Does she want to, be a sculptor? Does she want to do music? So lots of opportunity that all she has to do is put her mind to something and she's off to the races. But the thing is the overall energy here in this card, we have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is like, oh crap, like I've got this option and this option, and I could do this, but I could do this, and then maybe I could do that, but what about this and what about that? Okay. And so what she's trying to do is make the best decision for her and what would be for her family. Or if you don't have a family, maybe being supported by your family, so as your family will be happy for you. Okay. Now, for others of you, this is about what you can do to bring in more money for the family, or to even show your family what that's all about. Going into business for yourself. For some of you, this is about, your creativity, your art. We were all born with, this uh this superpower within ourselves that we can create the life of our dreams. All we have to do is be willing to pick up that paintbrush, or, and it's like Picasso, and we have, all these amazing, who did the Mona Lisa, right? Artists that all they did was pick up a canvas and start drawing, or they picked up, some clay and they just started sculpting, or they picked up a guitar and they just started strumming, and next thing you know, it's like all these things are just out of hand, and they're like creating this amazing life of their dreams. But it's like, for some of you, there's just, you need to shut down the mind, because there's so many things that are going on within you that is like, well, I could do this, I could do that. You got to close it down, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to narrow it down to just one. Start with one, and then once you get good at it, then you can make another and another and another, and you can fit all of it in, but you just have to do it in increments, because otherwise you're going to end up burning yourself out and getting overwhelmed. Maybe for some of you, it's like, you want to go in gung ho, and, because you want to support your family and you want to do all these things. And the thing is, yeah, that can happen, but you also need to be careful that you don't end up burning yourself out, where you're not able to take care of your normal every single day tasks. Maybe for some of you, it's just you're really freaking tired. So we have the Knight of Swords here next to the Ten of Cups. And Ten of Cups is family, love, and blessings. And then we have intellectual, determined, and motivated. I think for a lot of you, you're motivated, your creativity is motivated by your family. Or maybe even for a lot of you, your family motivates you to, like, yes, get your ass out there, like, do this. You have what it takes to be successful. And that's what the Chariot represents. It talks about willpower, victory, and recognition. It talks about success. But all you have to do is be able to rein it in. This is both sides of your brain here, right? We got so much going on here that we need to rein it in, because if you're not reining it in, these horses could tear apart that chariot if they went in opposite directions. Then you're going to be on your ass on the ground, right? And so Spirit's like, listen, don't worry. It's like, you need to ground this stuff, though. The chariot is all up in the sky. It's time for you to make sure that whatever it is, it comes out of the heavens. It's coming from the heavens, and it's ready to land. It's what it needs to do. It needs to land. Okay. Because you can't build castles in the sky. All right. You just can't. So, like I said, the Ten of Wands, for some of you, it's like you're burnout. I just see you, this major burnout. It says overworked, stressed, and imbalanced. Okay. So make sure that, you're able to get all of your tasks done, and you're not just overdoing it in one area of your life. Because for a lot of us, we don't just have one thing, just our creativity. Some of us, we had kids or have kids, or, we have housework, or we have pets, or we have, we also have self-care. We have chores that need to get done around the house. There's a lot of different things that, you got a lot of I always see this like the sticks and like those jugglers that have like the plates on a stick and then you spin them, spin them, spin them, and they get like a whole line of them and they have to keep up on them, otherwise they start falling over and wobbling. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like, with the 10 of Wands, it's like you overdid it. And now you're just taking all the sticks and you're like, fuck all those plates. I'm going to throw them in the sink. I'm going to break some of them. Like, I'm done. Like I'm done. I can't take no more. So, again, this is about what you're passionate about. Only do the things that are going to bring a lot of excitement into the family, where you're excited to talk about your work, not overwhelmed, like, oh God, I have to get this done and I still have this to do and blah, blah, blah. Have excitement in your voice that you get to do all these things. You don't have to do all these things. And if you're one of those people who are like, well, I have to do this and I have to do that, you are fucking wrong. You don't have to do anything. you know, you're just not going to be able to pay your bills. But at the end of the day, the universe didn't send you to do jobs that you didn't like and, be in situations that were overwhelming. Like at any point in time, you can choose to go elsewhere. And that's what the 2 of Wands represents. It's about making a choice. You might have to sacrifice one thing to get to another. But what I see is you have a lot of different fucking options. So for all of you who are saying, oh, well, there's no options. I can't do this. And what about this? Blah, 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 this. It's like, the fuck you can't. Reach out to families, see if they know somebody who's hiring, talk to somebody so that you can make a decision. It says planning, partnering, and progress. So this is about planning your next steps for the future. The 3 of Wands is the fact that you made the decision and now it's like, because of that decision, it's off to the races. Or for some of you, you're waiting on, your ships to come in so that you can get things started. So the next card we have out is the Page of Fire, and it talks about being creative, enthusiastic, and motivated. So, again, it's a far cry from all this overwhelm and like, oh shit. And for some of you, I think it's the overwhelm of like, okay, like I have all these ideas. I don't know how to get them into fruition. I don't know how to make things happen. But Spirit's like, okay, well, make some decisions of what you could start first. Okay, so that's the 2 as the center of the reading. The heart of the reading is making the choice. And so once you've made the choice after the 2, excuse me, I see it like this. After you've made the choice, then we get to the Page of Wands. This is about, getting excited, getting creative. Okay, well, now it's time to go out there. It's time for you to, you already have the idea, what you're passionate about. You made your decision. It's time for you to go get, the supplies so that you can start getting things going. Like if you're going to start a business, it's time for you to do the practical things. Especially if you want it to be successful, you're going to have to put a lot of work into it. With the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune going from the past into the present, the Wheel of Fortune is all about luck, progress, and change. The only guarantee in life is change, death, and taxes. Okay, so with the Wheel of Fortune is the number 10, and funny enough, it sits right underneath. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. We've got the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Wands, and then the Wheel of Fortune. All right. So we've got 3 10s showing up in this reading, 3 fucking 10s, which is all about cycles ending, new cycles beginning, maybe needing to sacrifice a little bit of time with the family so that you can get your head, into your work and you're not overwhelmed, asking other people to step up, and delegate. That's what it's talking about with the partnering. Maybe it's time that you partnered with somebody else so that you can get shit done. Maybe it's time for you to delegate to the children, for those of you who have teenagers and young kids. Maybe it's time, because that way it can, like, it's a family thing. I think kids nowadays just think that money grows on fucking trees, or like the 7 of Earth here. And I feel like it's time that you explain to them, like, they're going to have to sacrifice a little bit too. They may have to sacrifice time with you. They may have to sacrifice, like, and actually step up to the plate and make dinner for everybody once in a while. They may need to, they need to step up, do their own freaking laundry. You've done it long enough. It's time for them to figure out how to put some, some soap in there. I'm sure it's all there and really easy to walk through. And you know what? Even the wash machines have stupefied laundry for people nowadays, like softener, bleach, detergent. If you can't figure those out, then you have, like, I, I'm I got nothing. I got nothing. but those people are probably not the ones who are watching my channel. So with that said, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon and the Chariot as the three major arcanas. So this really is about success. This is about, things turning over a new leaf, cycles ending, because the Moon is all about cycles. We have the three tens. Tens are all about finalizations, completion, and moving into a new cycle in your life. Tens become a one. But with the moon cycle here, the moon is also the ending and completions. It's also the bringer of cycles. So we have, funny enough, with the Chariot here, we've got Cancer energy, and the moon here, we've got Cancer Pisces, sometimes Scorpio energy, and then the Wheel of Fortune, which is just, that's all signs. Now, with that said, I do want to say, so this is maybe for some of you, you are a parent, or you don't have to be a parent. Maybe it's just you trying to, get excited. Maybe your parents are helping support you through this, very much, or they're supporting you and they're excited for you to get going. Now, after the moon talks about intuition. It says intuition, illusion, and revelation. Okay. So it's like, I almost feel like you're being guided by the moon. Okay. It's like you're also being guided by these angels. These angels are definitely here watching over you. Don't, like I said, don't be afraid to ask for help either when it comes to this. Maybe for some of you, it's like, oh God, I just need, I need something. And then the universe like sends it to you, sends someone to you. Now, the Seven of Earth, that is the outgoing card, talks about investment, assessment, and patience. Be patient because Rome was not built in a day. You're going to have to water it, nurture it, and watch it grow. And you're going to have to continuously go out there and check on your fruit, like go out there, make sure that you don't have any bugs, don't make sure you don't have any, mishaps, things like that. An artist knows when art is done. That's what I want to say. And then basically it's just, take caution, in all of this. Don't let yourself be taken advantage of, obviously. But I do feel a lot of decisions are going to be made in this time for you, of like what seeds you're planting, what seeds are worth planting, what seeds are going to bear fruit. What can you get excited about when it comes to elevating? I also see elevating yourself, instead of doing like the mundane everyday work of like work smarter, not harder. I definitely see like you flying over any type of money issues. Okay. And I do see you making money off of all of this. We do have three sevens here. We've got the seven of water, the seven of earth, and the seven of air. 777. So I don't normally say this, but go out and play the lottery, man. When you see 777, if you're in a position where you guys can play, you can't win if you can't play. So for some of you, you could end up winning, even if it's something small, it's still something, isn't it? And spirits like, see, you can be lucky. So 777, it tells me. Oh, and then we also have the seven, which is the Chariot here. So four sevens, actually. Fucking awesome. Four sevens. So listen, you guys could be seeing 7777 all over the place. Pay attention to those sevens because I feel like sevens are definitely going to be relevant for all this. Wow, you guys, I am going to go ahead and leave that here. A lot for you to think about when it comes to your creativity. Actually, you know what? I want to read this message before I end this reading. It's the number 14. 14 could be relevant. It says in its, here, creativity, imagination, each day is a new canvas to paint upon. Make sure your picture is full of life and happiness. And at the end of the day, you don't look at it and wish you had painted something different. It says, in its myriad forms, creativity is an expression of our humanity and imagination, both in its production and in its recognition. To take shape, color, form, sound, or words and give them a new life is an act of creation. Various symbols of tools and medium through which creativity is expressed are worn by our artist as a decorative headdress of imagination. Sometimes creativity can consume our thoughts as slow burning embers waiting for release. At other times, it is a spontaneous explosion of inspiration. Either way, it is a wondrous human characteristic, and there are infinite varieties of individual expression, but alas, also an infinite variety of assessment by others. So, take that how you will. I'm going to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, all my information's in the description box down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It does help my channel grow. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram under Peace Unhinged Tarot and The Footsteps to Peace. You guys, I love you all so much. I love you all so much. Thank you to everyone who has donated. And you guys can get content up close and personal right when it comes out, if you become a member of my channel. So thank you to those who already have. And for any of you that want to be, please look into that. I love you guys. Take care.